find me looking after some of New Zealand's finest restaurants. But over the next few weeks I'm on a mission. A mission to change the way people eat. I'll be taking my ideas of food, nutrition and flavour right to the heartland and the people that live and work there. Over the next few weeks I'll be hooking up with a South Island sharing gang. We need two more. Two more. Doing the hard yards at police college. Really disappointed in this dish. Stupid. Helping to cater a big Samoan wedding. We're on fire. Working on the Maui gas platform off the coast of Taranaki.
Seeing the size of the boys out here, you may get a few upset men actually.
And I'll even be going back to school at one of our most exclusive boarding establishments.
Who's hungry?
This week I hit the high seas with a boatload of hokey fishermen.
How hard do these guys work? Unbelievable.
But will they like what I've got to offer?
If you have it too hot, some of them will pass on it.
You think you'll be offended if I don't eat all the beans?
Lower the lifeboat, you might be in it.
Here I am aboard the Enterprise, one of the biggest fishing trawlers around. We're heading 150 nautical miles out into the Pacific Ocean to the Chatham Rise to trawl for hoki. There are 38 hard-working, hungry fishermen aboard. It's my mission to change the way they eat, and all I've bought is my trusty toolkit, full of spices, sauces and secret ingredients, which I don't go far without. This is going to be a huge challenge for me. Firstly, I'm going to be experiencing exactly what these fishermen do, how they eat, and seeing the team in the galley cook for them. Then my challenge will be to bring in some new ideas to revolutionise their menus, using what's in the galley and not blowing their budget. And I've been told we're sailing into some 35 knot winds. It's a tough call, but I can't wait. Bring it on! Before I get started, I'm keen to find my cabin. I'd like to say these were my digs, but it's actually the captain's cabin. Check it out. Couches, lazy boy chair, state-of-the-art phone, separate bedroom, flash ensuite, along with a sensational view looking out the front of the boat. Come and I'll show you my digs. I would have thought the cook should have the bigger cabin, but anyway, this is the cook's cabin. Not all bad, separate bedroom again, another ensuite. But sadly, I'm not the cook on the Enterprise. So come on, I'll show you where I'm hanging out. This is my cabin. Again, my own ensuite. All a bit small, but comfortable. Today I'm supposed to be helping out on deck, but before I can join the crew, I've got to get kitted up.
Hey Simon.
G'day Greg, how are you?
Welcome aboard the Amateur Enterprise.
Thank you very much.
First things first, we better take you through some safety drills. We'll get you into a survival seat.
I'm going to get in this.
Easiest way is to get in like a sleeping bag. Right. Shoes off, jacket off. Should be able to do this in under a minute.
Under a minute?
Especially if the boat's going down, you've got to get off the boat. Pull your feet right to the end. That's it, feet in there. You're right to get up. Arms in. Try again, come back this way. Right, push your head into that. Push up, push up. Right up, there you go. Right, zipping up.
Feel fabulous.
Orange is your colour.
I feel like the Michelin man, but I'm actually after Michelin stars. My next stop is the trawl deck, where the deckhands are getting ready to haul up the nets.
Come with me, mate, I'll look after you.
For the past few hours, the Enterprise has been trawling 2 huge nets, half a kilometre under the ocean. And with lots of heavy machinery, moving cables and several tons of fish about to land on deck, this is a risky place for a novice to be.
It can get pretty dangerous. See, these wires here will be running up the deck, so you've got to be careful because it can run over the top of your feet. Just remember when we actually do go out and grab the wire to stand on this side of it, it's got to be pulling it down the deck this way.
I'm a big fish fan, so seeing these huge nets come up 200 kilometres out to sea is something truly special.
Look at all the birds.
The crew is like a well-oiled machine, but sooner or later, it's going to be my turn.
Come on, mate.
There's no backing out now. Here I come, ready or not.
Close it to the best option. Close it up.
I tell you what, this thing's heavy. With everything hooked up, it's time to drag the nets aboard.
Wow, look at that.
And I'm starting to wonder if there's something in those nets that could make it onto my menu.
That's what I call a big bag of fish. How many tons do you reckon we've got in that bag?
Probably 4.5, 5 tonne of fish.
It's not bad for a first day's fishing, is it?
What they're doing now is they're going to tip the fish down that hatch, and that's basically the start of where it goes from that end of the factory to the other.
You'll process it all?
We'll process the lot.
So nothing gets thrown back saying, hey, we don't want that.
We are 100% for sustainable fishing.
Awesome. Well, here it is, the legendary hoki. It's our largest fishing species. What's so special about it? It's a white, delicate fish that is used in the everyday fish fingers right through to the legendary McDonald's Filet-O-Fish burger. We catch 110,000 tonnes a year, and that brings in 150 million bucks of export dollars. Well, that's a lot of fish.
Because they work with it all day, the crew don't eat much hoki, but I'm hoping to find some other species in the bycatch that could fit the bill.
How hard do these guys work? Unbelievable. Imagine 6 hours non-stop, work. They've got to be real hungry.
All this has given me a lot of food for thought for my menu, and my next stop is somewhere I feel right at home. The galley.
Jeepers, it's got a bit of a roll going in here.
I've heard good things about Greg, the ship's cook.
Flat ass calm day, mate. You got, hey.
Now it's time to see for myself.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm just in a bit of battered fish, but I've got pies and a bit of breads and things.
Check that out. Isn't that a beautiful loaf of bread? So how many meals are you cooking a day?
About 3 meals a day and 4 smokers. It's pretty full on.
Yeah.
About a 15-hour day.
How long have you been doing this for?
About 28 years.
Okay, so you know how it works then.
Oh, yeah.
And name me a kitchen in Auckland that has a view like that. So I'm sort of toying with the idea for a 3-course plated dinner.
3-course plated. Well, you got big balls.
Really? You don't think it's possible?
Definitely possible.
No, because what I want to try and do is serve them a restaurant meal that takes them out of their comfort zone.
A lot of them will just look at it and say, what the hell is this? Yeah, they'll flip it to rubbish.
To be honest, I'm terrified to come in and have a go, but I hope I get off alive.
I'm on a mission to tackle the menus aboard fishing trawler the Amiltal Enterprise. Greg, the ship's cook, has created a great looking lunch, and I'm keen to see how it goes down with the crew.
How good does this pie look? A bit of coleslaw. That'll do, mate. Dylan, what do you think of lunch? How do you rate it out of 10?
Oh, it's up around 8, I suppose. As long as you've got veggies and a bit of meat, it's all good.
Aaron, what do you think about today's lunch?
I'd rate it pretty high today. Give it 7 or 8.
I gotta say that is one great pie. It's got the cheese on top, which is almost crispy and crunchy. It's a mince pie. It's fresh. Fantastic. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a hard act to follow.
Who ate all the pie, Simon?
Oh mate, I'm going hard on this one. It is so good, man.
Do you want another? There's plenty more. There's plenty more, mate. Get into it.
On this one. It's tasty, man. Really good.
You won't look like a real chef if you don't get into them.
Never trust a skinny chef.
That's dead right.
There's no question that what Greg is doing here is keeping everybody more than happy. The food's phenomenal. Everything I've tried is fantastic. Every single crew member loves the chef and the food he's putting up. I'm seriously worried right now, especially if it's going to get rough. I could be in the doo-doos. But this afternoon I'm back on the job. The crew works in shifts around the clock, catching fish for up to 6 weeks at a time. And my next stop is the fish factory below deck. Okay Tracy, what happens down here?
This is where we process the fish, right from when it first gets poured into the factory from up on deck. It gets put through machines that fillets the whole hoki, gets trimmed and graded, weighed up, packed, and put in the freezer.
How many tons of fish would you process a day?
Upwards of 20 tonne a day.
That's just mind-boggling. And how many people process all that fish?
We have 15 people on watch at a time.
Should we go and see how badly I'll do at this?
Sure.
I'm surrounded by the freshest fish imaginable.
This is the 192, fillets the big fish. Comes out 2 nice fillets at the end.
But you won't find any of this on the dinner menu.
This machine here is set up to do 105 fish a minute. So as fast as you can put it in.
105 fish a minute. Oh, wow. Man, you got to rock and roll for this one.
This is normally a one-man job.
One person does this whole thing. I don't think I'll be doing this guy out of a job anytime soon.
Flat out.
And with the production line grinding to a halt, it's time to move on.
That machine you were working on, it cuts the fish into 2 even fillets.
I need one of these for the restaurant. I just need about 10,000 people to be dining tonight. Be faster than my chef, that's for sure. There won't be a bone left in those fillets, but I still haven't found my main course. And where does it go after that?
It goes up to the weigh station. It's quite an important job. If you get very, very busy, she's got to make sure that she gets it bang on, between 7.55 and 7.65. We also layer them, do anything possible to help the packers.
Right, so you want to layer it?
That's the one. It's going to get busy.
Uh-oh.
A little bit heavy.
Bugger. And the thing about the hoki on this ship is, it just keeps on coming. How does it take to get this?
This is where every new person starts. Gives them the good skills to move quickly. The faster we can get it in the freezer, the faster we get paid.
Okay. I just hope no one's expecting to get rich on my shift.
Kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. This is a lot of where the quality control is. When you're packing, you're always thinking, would I buy this? Then when we have a full tray, it goes into the freezer, ready to be frozen down.
Would you take me on, considering that was my first go?
We'll probably have to give you another day's trial, but we always need fish kickers or rubbish boys. We'll find a job for you somewhere.
I think I might end up being the rubbish boy. I tell you what, I don't know how people, for 32 days they've been doing that. 6 hours on, 6 hours off. That is hard work. Well, I've seen life on deck and in the factory. Now I'm heading deep into the heart of the ship to meet a guy who really likes his tucker. You're the chief engineer on the boat.
Yeah, basically everything that can break, we have to somehow or some way repair it. You know, we'll burn an exhaust valve. We have to replace the cylinder head at sea. Fishing stops between 4 and 6 hours. We take a cylinder head off and put another one on and we're away.
What's the food like on this boat?
Greg, the cook, tries a lot of things and the only pleasure we've really got out here is what we eat.
It's going to be a hard act to follow, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how do you reckon it's going to go down if I serve like a 3-course dinner?
Well, we're all pretty good at eating. They're not going to tell the hand that fed them, are they, that there was something wrong with it? The honesty in the smoker room to honesty in the mess deck. 2 different honesties, isn't it?
So no pressure then. But there's an important person I've yet to meet, and I'm hoping he might give me a few more tips. G'day Lee.
Hey Simon, welcome aboard.
Thank you very much. Well, the fish here is good out there, but I think this is a bit more my sort of style.
This is where the real work's done.
So you're the captain on the boat.
Yep.
What do you love about your job?
Just the thrill you get out of catching the fish. Seeing a good bag come up the ramp, it's exciting.
You'll be out for how many days total?
About 38 days all up. We should go home with around close to 600 tonne of product.
What about the food on the boat?
Oh, the food's not bad. I like them with steak, eggs and chips.
So give me a clue about the crew.
Well, I don't think they'll be too impressed if you turn up with some little wee fancy morsel. They need a bit of nourishment there. You know, they're doing 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for 5 weeks.
You know, I guess I'm trying to bring a little bit of theatre to the table. So it's not just about sitting down and eating food for fuel, but it becomes a little interesting at the same time.
Yep.
How am I going to go?
Yeah, it'd be interesting, I'm not sure. A lot of them would rather just have a boil up, I think.
I'll try and impress them the best I can. All this talk of food is making me hungry. Back in the galley, Greg has whipped up another fantastic spread for dinner. Wow, that fish is beautiful. Did you try the fish?
What, warrior?
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
So, well, you know why I'm here, right? I got to cook for 38 of you guys.
Yep.
Breakfast, plated. Lunch, plated. Give me some pointers.
We like good, solid tucker, you know. We're working hard out here, you've seen that. So, stuff that'll keep us going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 38 people to impress, so good luck to you.
So I've done my first day's work on the Enterprise and I'm absolutely knackered. I'm pretty nervous going into prepping tomorrow. Until I get into his cool room and his dry store and see exactly what's there, I don't really know what I'm going to cook. But for the moment, I'm going to hit the hay and get my beauty sleep, because I'm sure as hell going to need it. Day 2 on the Enterprise. Spent the first day on the deck in the processing plant, and I worked out they're all tough buggers and they're going to need feeding. And today it's my chance. I'm into the kitchen. Comfort zone, what I'm all about. Tomorrow I have to cook 3 big meals for the crew, so today is my chance to prep as much as I can. Morning, Greg.
Oh, good morning, Simon. How you been?
Pretty good. Reporting for duty.
You get good sleep last night, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. Can you show us dry stores?
Yeah, Simon. Come and have a look in here. Got basically everything you need to cook with.
Plenty of spices, garlic, couscous.
You know, your tortillas.
Just like being at the supermarket. How many of these have you got, do you reckon?
Could be 50 or 60 of those lying around here.
Might have an idea for those.
There's our chiller.
Right, check out the spider crab.
Yeah. You want to try have a go and do something with it?
Yeah, give it a whirl, for sure. Some my fillet here. I've got cream, yogurt, salami, plenty of cheese, tomatoes. What do you got in the freezer in case of total emergencies? After a month at sea, Greg relies a lot on frozen goods, but I can work with these. Good Tally's greenlet mussels.
They even do the peas, mate.
Yeah, I've got to do something with peas. Peas is my favourite.
Made in Motuaga?
Oh, I'm going to have to use some ice cream. Very good stuff. Okay, well, you've got lots here for me to work with, so I'm going to get my thinking cap on and work out what the hell I'm going to do. It doesn't take me long to come up with some menu ideas, and my mission today is to prep whatever I can for all 3 of tomorrow's meals. Righto. First up, I'm going to get on to some potato cakes.
What do you got planned for tomorrow?
Bacon, macaroni, cheese fritter, topped with a poached egg, avocado and smoked paprika béarnaise with a baked bean cassoulet.
This is a breakfast.
Breakfast.
What are you marking for these boys?
Oh, well, we'll see how they react. Because we're on a fishing boat, I'm determined to cook some fresh fish. Not hokey, but some delicious white warrahau, which has been caught in the nets as bycatch.
How many ring you want?
I've got to do 38 fish pies, so...
38 fish pies.
I need fish fillets for the evening,
Oh, we've got more coming.
Oh, more coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll have a bloody hard job though, Simon, beating what I do, mate.
I know I will. I know. I don't plan to beat it, just planning to do something different.
That's good, that's good. Yeah, it's not a competition, Simon.
I'm going to need some olive oil, and I've got some good olive oil in my box of tricks here. This is my secret weapon. It's got every special ingredient and piece of equipment I need when I'm on the road.
Well, you got all the gear, haven't you? It's got everything.
Keeps me out of trouble, this box, you know, a few bits and pieces in there. I want to roast this garlic. I've got a good salami here, which I'm going to use in the baked bean casserole.
I hope you're keeping an eye on that roast garlic of yours.
Looking good. We're going to include a good carbohydrate side to the meal, which is what these onions are going into, is the potato cakes that will be served with the dinner. So I'm going to serve a really good sized fillet steak for their dinner. Now I'm going to get some sausages in here, which is going to go with the salami and the garlic in the casserole. I want the potato cakes to be a little cheesy inside, so I'm going to cut up some camembert. Onions are ready, and I'll see if I can work out how to use this contraption.
Hold it, Simon, I'll just get to show you a tip for seamen, mate. The old broom without the brush.
Love your work. I'll take all the help I can get.
That looks a really good brew you got going there, Simon. But you're going to have to leave the recipe here for me because I'm going to give it a crack. That's if you're willing to give it up.
I'd be honoured to leave it for you. Any seasoning. I guess my biggest fear with this is my timing of getting the food out. That's going to be hard because we're a one-man band, and that's why all the food in a bain-marie is a smart move, and probably I'm a complete maniac for going to put it on a plate.
Plating up 38 meals. Well, I'm sure I wouldn't be doing it, Simon. I hope this weather stays like this for you tomorrow.
I'm going to be hanging on to you. Next I'm going to get onto the baked beans. So I'm going to keep the cans, remove the bottom of the can as well so I can use it as a mould for doing the chocolate puddings. Got my baked beans, time to get some saucies in there. In goes the salami now, our onions and roasted garlic. Greg, do you want to have a quick taste?
That's good.
That's my breakfast casserole sorted. Now for some of my lunch and dinner dishes. These are my onion and potato oregano hash browns. When it arrives, I don't want them to go, there's not much food on there, so I'm really going to try and give it the whole thing some height. Greg, have we got a smoker that we could use?
Yes, we've got one just out on deck.
Music to my ears.
Pretty rough, but it does the job.
So we're going to smoke with Manuka smoke. We're 150 miles off the coast and we're smoking on a fishing trawler. How cool is that? And we only caught the fish 20 minutes ago. While I wait for the fish to smoke, it's back to the galley to work on one of my quirkier ideas for breakfast. I've made a macaroni and bacon cheese, and then I've set it into a tray, because what I'm going to try and do is make it look like toast once we fry it. Working in someone else's kitchen is all about give and take. You choose the temperature and I'll fit in with that.
Okay, good.
And Greg reckons I've taken too many of his oven trays.
I haven't got a tray, Simon's got them all. How the f*** am I going to get a meal together tonight, mate? You've got all my trays.
Tell you what you do is you get what you've got for dinner, give it to me and I'll cook it. There you go. Luckily Greg doesn't take me up on my offer, because next I'm attempting a culinary first. Molecular gastronomy on a fishing trawler. I'm going to have a go at making some bell pepper caviar, but trying it on a boat at sea could be risky. The scales on the boat don't work very well. Because we're rolling all the time, I just can't get an accurate reading, so I'm having to guess. I'm going to need just 1 gram of agar for every 100 mils. I only need 400 mils to make quite a lot, so I'm going to give it a go, and I'm just going to have to get as close as I can. But it's very important that it is 4 grams. It's sort of around 0.
It's fluctuating from 7, I'm at 4, I'm at 1. I hate this. This is something that should be an exact deal. If I can't get this right, I can kiss goodbye to my fancy sauce. So here's hoping. Okay, now I just want to get little pearls into canola oil. As they drop down, they're turning into caviar. And at the moment, it looks like they're setting. Who needs scales, eh? There we are. I'm pretty relieved. I've got some bell pepper caviar. Believe it or not, this is a pretty close shave. Because if these hadn't worked, my sauce for the fish would not have that 5% magic. Speaking of that extra 5%, it's time to check the fish. And Greg's smoker has done the business.
How's that looking?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Really good. And it seems time's up, for today at least.
Okay, Simon, I think you better get out of here, mate. It's 20 to 6. I've got to try and get a meal together in 20 minutes.
No problem. Is there anything I can stay and help?
Funnily enough, there is. It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
End of day 2. I've had a fantastic day in the kitchen. Greg's helped me out. He smoked some of that beautiful fresh fish. I'm kind of on track, but I've still got a lot more to do, so I'm still pretty nervous about tomorrow. I reckon it's time to try and get some shut-eye for an early start, and I've got to blow these guys away.
.57 degrees, 357, we're away.
Well, this is my big day. I'm going to try and tweak the ship's menus, give them some new ideas to try.
My first meal is breakfast at 6 a.m, so it's a 5 o'clock start. The pressure's on, but luckily I've got Greg to help me out.
She needs another fiver, I'd say, Simon.
I'm giving them a bacon and cheese macaroni that looks like toast, a little avocado, a poached egg with a smoked paprika béarnaise over the top. On the side, I have a baked bean cassoulet. Do I like spicy things?
They're going to have to.
Because these baked beans are spicy, man.
You know, if you have it too hot, some of them will pass on it, so you got to sort of try and meet the middle of the road.
I goddamn well better like them.
Today I'm facing 3 meals and a 14-hour day.
But I worked out I've got 190 dishes to plate today. That's going to make for fun.
You should try that every day, Simon. Buffet style for 5 weeks. You got 15 minutes there, Simon, so just make sure you're ready. Keep your eye on that clock.
The art of good service is all about being ready to go, and then you can't control after that when the guests arrive. You've got to give yourself the best shot by being ready.
I think we're ready, Simon.
Good to go.
My first guests have been working the graveyard shift from midnight till 6, so you can guarantee they'll be tired and hungry.
How many
You
we
got your
got?
first customers there, Simon. You've got 2 out there at the moment. They've just come in. Six o'clock, Simon.
6 o'clock, and first 2 are on their way out. Righto, boys. Big breakfast.
Looks good to me.
First 2 out on time. Beautiful. I like it.
It's pretty good. A lot going out, really, isn't it? Just like being on holiday. A lot different to what we used to. Definitely 5-star. I can do this every morning.
Total 4, coming up on 2 right now.
As the pressure builds, I try and follow the advice I give my own chefs.
I'll be saying keep calm, keep your head down, and keep going. I always dreaded the day I'd be a waiter.
It's game on, though.
How is it, boys, all right?
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice.
It's all going okay so far, but my most important guest has saved his run till last.
Captain's seated, so I guess he's pretty important.
Poached egg, that sounds alright.
You better give the skipper a double dose.
Paprika béarnaise, I don't even know what that is.
He's quite a greedy bastard. He likes his food.
Sounds good.
Yeah, boss.
Thank you very much. Looks beautiful. You think he'll be offended if I don't eat all the beans?
The rest of it's beautiful though. Sorry Simon, couldn't do the beans.
Too spicy?
Yeah.
How about the macaroni cheese?
That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. What would you pay for that in one of your restaurants?
For you, it would be free.
Sweet.
No point in apologising, is there? If he doesn't like spicy, he's not going to like the beans. Got to have one, but it's just a bummer that it's the captain that doesn't like spicy. And there's one other opinion I've been waiting for all morning. How is it?
That's really nice, Simon. That's delicious. I have to give it a 10, and the crew have all enjoyed it, although some of them found it a little bit spicy, but you can't deal with everybody's palate.
So that's a pass mark for breakfast. Lesson learnt, I was going to have pepper in the mushroom sauce for the dinner, for the eye fillet. I'm going to take the pepper out because I think not many of them are into spicy food. It's just coming up 8:30 now. I've got 3.5 hours to lunch, so I really need to crack on to ensure that I'm going to be ready. Wish me luck. I'm pretty organised for lunch at this stage. It's 10 o'clock, I've got 2 hours to go. And I'm pretty excited about my menu. I've got the vegetable salad, I've got the famous Euro slaw, I've got my couscous salad, roasted kumara and fresh dates in here. I've got my pie mix ready to heat up. And over here, fresh from the nets and smoked on deck, this is the white warihau, and you can see that it's opaque and it's absolutely moist with a subtle smoke flavour. What I want hitting the plate is a sexy looking pie, something that they're not used to seeing. They're used to seeing a pie in a big bain marie in one big container. I want a pie that is an individual dish and it's going to look like wow. I'm trying to give them peas like they've never had before, that's my goal. Finally chop up some mint, drop that in there like that, brown pepper, Murray River salt. Now we'll mix all this up here.
I really hope they enjoy those peas, Simon, because I can't get them to eat peas. I honestly can't.
Really? They don't eat peas?
Getting a bit of colour into them is often difficult.
Sure as hell got some colour going onto this plate.
You have.
You'd think at least they'll try them. And hopefully they're good and eat some more.
Hey, you only got half an hour left, mate. How you going?
I'm going good.
You going to manage?
I'm on target.
Oh, good.
And I'm really happy with how this salad looks. I'm 6 minutes out. I'm going to start getting some in here and get that real hot, and I'm going to get some of my fish in there.
You think enough salt?
Hasn't got a lot of seasoning, has it? So maybe a little salt. Good call. Thank God for gold dust. Everybody just has salt. I've got pink salt.
5 minutes to go, Simon. I think we could just about start plating when you're ready.
Rightio. So we've got the pie filling in there, and now we're just going to pop the top on there, which is straight out of the oven. Looking pretty good, I think. How you doing? You hungry?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you've got a smoked fish pie. Wow. We've got a pea and mint mash on the side, so give it a whirl. That's a couscous salad with dates, kumara, peanut slaw, and a curry vegetable salad. Hope you enjoy. They're pretty low on the emotion stakes.
Oh, it's quite good, eh?
Something different.
Oh, I like my food, it doesn't really matter what it is. It's probably my best sport really is eating. I'm quite good at it.
If they turned up for lunch and you took that pie dish out, how do you think it'd go? What would the reaction be?
They'd say, what's this cookie?
Either way, I'm determined to find out. Okay, Brendan, I'm going to watch your reaction to this. We're not in a pub.
That's good.
You like it?
Yeah, I really like it. It's great.
Out of 10 for slaws, I'll give it a 10. He's the nicest coleslaw I've had.
So I live to cook dinner.
Keep me on for another day, I think.
Awesome. I'll see you at dinner time.
No, go
Thanks, mate.
I think they're all enjoying it. I think they really, really like it. You know, I haven't heard any negative comments at all. And they even ate the peas.
Yeah, I don't eat peas and they're pretty good. Yeah,
curry and bean salad. Make sure you write it down.
The man's happy. A response.
Yeah, see, it's the simple things that make people happy in this life, isn't it?
It is.
It's a good thing. And finally, it's Cookie's turn to sit down to lunch.
What are this pea? Telly's peas.
Telly's peas. I now know how those MasterChef contestants feel.
Smoked fish and the peas go well together, don't they? Definitely do.
How am I going to go with 3 courses tonight?
She'll be game on. It'll be a battle, but you'll get there.
I've got breakfast and lunch out of the way, and I still really don't know where I stand. It's all on dinner. You know, I've had the warm-up. They're looking forward to a 3-course dinner, so I've got to blow them away. On board fishing trawler the Trawl Enterprise, I've made it through breakfast and lunch, and now I'm prepping for the main event, a 3-course dinner for 38 hungry fishermen. The pressure's on right now because between 6 and 7:30 I've got 114 dishes that I've got to get out. That's a lot of plates. The timing's tight between the crew's shifts, and I've got to feed all 38 of them within 90 minutes. I just can't run late. If I'm not organised by 6, I'll be behind the 8 ball the whole time and I'll never catch up. So next I'm going to make the first course. I've got the white wire how. I'm going to make a fish mousseline on top, bake that in the oven, and then I'm going to have a white wine beurre blanc sauce with the red bell pepper caviar sitting on top. Then we're going into my eye fillet sitting on a potato cheesecake with beans and carrots wrapped in bacon because they're not big on the veggie thing. For my spin on steak, eggs and chips, I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve. And this is what we call an Elgin bath, and I'm putting the yogurt with the horseradish in here, and it's a natural reaction with the calcic and the yogurt to form a sphere. And I'm looking for something that looks like a poached quail egg, but it's actually part of the sauce for the beef. None of these guys will have seen anything like this before, and it's highly risky, but I'm wanting to blow them out of the water. I'm wanting to give them something different. My other secret weapon is a pipette filled with tomato juice and truffle oil. They can squeeze it into their mouth or they can squeeze it into the tomato. And then to finish off, I'm doing a chocolate fondant which I'm expecting to ooze at the table with a little Telly's ice cream on top. Normally I've got a kitchen team who look after me and make sure that I don't make any mistakes. So if it all goes wrong, I'll be only blaming myself. This is the big crab that came up as a bycatch that was in the cool room.
About half an hour to go, Simon. I've got a crew of hungry fishermen. Lateness is not an option. They've got to be fed on time, so...
That will do.
Will do.
We'll feed them on time, and we're going to give them a good feed. The nerves are right up there and my tummy's gurgling away saying, don't stuff this up.
10 minutes to go, Simon. Do you reckon your box of tricks will save you now?
No.
No?
Too late. Well, I reckon they're just about perfect.
They look good.
I'm just looking for the degree of cooking, and it's rare at the moment, so it needs more cooking.
5 minutes to go, Simon. They're already starting to line up there, so we're going to have to be on the game. If it's not on the plate, mate, you're bait. They're being seated, Simon. 1 minute to go now for our entrees. Lower the lifeboats, mate. I think you might be in it.
We're loading up the first course here. This is the beurre blanc and caviar sauce. First one's ready. This is make or break time. The success of my mission depends on how these 3 courses go down with the crew.
It's outstanding, absolutely beautiful. Some of the nicest white wire I've had, I think. Fish is cooked really nicely, nice and moist, and I really like the sauce.
I love the little red things. They're probably my favourite bit. I'd love to see this on the menu all the time. Great.
Oh, I've never eaten anything myself before with red stuff. Hang on, give us a break. Give us the menu so we know what it's doing. Yeah, the temperature's perfect. No, as an entree with the white wari how and the butter sauce and that, it was all lovely, yes.
So far so good. The entree's done the trick, now for the main. This is a big one. This is what we're going to kill it with. We're going to drive them wild with this. And it could all come down to how I've cooked the beef. It's on the rare side, so I'm hoping they like it that way. Could have done with resting a bit more. Okay, Greg, coming through. Okay, plates are ready, please.
Like a good tomato soup. These horseradish eggs are magic, they're real nice.
Yeah, I've eaten a few steaks in my time, as you can see, and yeah, this is right up there with the best of them for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm not a steak eater. Where I come from, it's kind of hard and tough, so this was perfect. I'd like to eat like that more often.
I asked Simon if he could do steak for us, and he's come up with this, and it's just absolutely beautiful. By far the best steak we've ever had. Crew would absolutely love it. It'd be, I don't know if Cookie would handle the 2 days preparing it, but...
Hey, guy, who's for some more beef? So it's fair to say the beef's a hit. How does it taste?
Very, very good. Amazing.
Best steak you had, awesome. Now I've just got to bring it on home with the dessert.
Cookie does a really nice chocolate pudding, but that there is just absolutely unbelievable.
I eat a lot of cake, and that's right up there with the best of them.
It's definitely got the 5% magic in it, it's awesome.
The temperature of the chocolate sauce in it's just right.
I proved that you can cook a restaurant-style meal out of a small galley. It's pretty warm, but we did it. Bit rough and ready around the edges, but hey. And I'm hoping some of my ideas will rub off on Greg.
I think it's time for a beer.
Yeah, on a dry boat.
Yes.
But right now it's Judgment Day, as the Enterprise crew are about to score my efforts. Well, I'm a bit nervous. The entire crew is on deck to give me my verdict. I don't think I've been this worried since my last school report. Okay, Lee, shall we get this over and done with?
Yep. Right, everyone, we've got Simon Galt here. He's come aboard to cook us a feed and have a go at working on deck and in the factory. I don't think we'll take him on as a fisherman anytime soon, but what do you all think of his food?
There's a few tens there. Must have been the beef, or maybe the chocky pud. Awesome.
Oh, there you go, Simon. Overall, I think it's a pretty good result. And thank you for coming aboard.
Thank you very much. It's been a real pleasure and a humbling experience to see how hard you work. Well done, and thanks for having me. When I first boarded the Enterprise, I had no idea what to expect.
Push your head into that. How are you feeling?
I feel fabulous. But it didn't take me long to see the hard work that is going on this boat. How hard do these guys work? Unbelievable. I take my hat off to Greg. Out of that small galley with limited stores to produce such great food week after week. How long have you been doing this for?
About 28 years.
Okay, so you know how it works then. I came on board to try and give them a little 5% magic. Give them some new ideas.
3-course. Plated. Well, you've got big balls.
What I can tell you is that everybody greeted me with an open mind, some humour. They were open to my crazy ideas.
Yeah, a lot of them will just look at it and say, what the hell is this?
But I'm hoping Greg will take on some of those crazy ideas, and I'll remember his smoked fish for a long time to come. Bye Hokie, New Zealand, it's been one hell of a trip. Next time on Chef on a Mission, I head to magnificent Bendigo Station in the South Island High Country, home to legendary Merino Shrek. I join a hard-working shearing gang, tackle a feisty merino ram. Just came up and gave me a big headbutt. And try and cook them a feast to remember. We need 2 more. 2 more? 2 more.